mukazi wanga wena panyumba tisunge panja bana badila weo bana badila weo bana badila weo bana badila weo sine kona de wasulo kapeno manitiesa gumu kazi wanga wena panyumba kazi wena tisunge panja bani weo sine kona de wasulo kapeno manitiesa gumu
Pamwamba parusaka, yeah. Tichiringa, pamwamba parusaka, ndilina banzanga, valizira poche banjo, ndilina banzanga, valizira poche guitar.
If na rooftop somewhere. If na rooftop somewhere.
I'm on a rooftop.
Everybody wants to be the sunshine in your life, but I would rather be the moon that shines in your darkest moments. Hi, this is Angela Nyurenda. You're watching The Rooftop with Ken One.
Kulimsikana wina ukawata kulusaka uko Sandra koma boza nilo hipa msikana we ndio kongola inwanzanga Sandra ngati yaenda pamse antu wakuti wajandie wajera palusaka Sandra Asikana mbili parusaka ama mkopera zochita zake Sandra Anamata nao mbili parusaka ama danda hula nkane ya Sandra Mungo danda hula ama danda hula Anamata kuti Sandra nae ama konda tuntutodula chicken and chips, amarula, amuna wandalama, kuononga sikwati, aselula phone, Sandra. Gakulidwe ka Sandra kana michoncho, uzenkomi, Zanga. Amai weke ndiye tate weke Sandra Chikwati chinata Sandra kalimana Mwanzanga Koma monga musio makola wa masikuwa Zeru zatu ndizo pelewela Mwanzanga Anali kumva manyazi ya make Sandra Kumpunzisa Sandra Mambo Paulemu Pachifirika Anani kumeka make Sandra Mpeleka Sandra Kwa kulu waku Ampuzi seku Analuka nilatu Amake Sandra Kuti ine mwana wanga hiyai Vimiambo hiyai Vimiambo ni vaku muzi Muno ni mtaunika Usani onongera mwana Nilekele ni mwana ine Sandra ukawata Sandra ukawata Utamangira kuti koma siuzafika Sandra ukawata Sandra ukawata Utamangira kuti koma siuzafika Zintu zikaipa uzabwela nsawaipa Misozi mbwembwe Sandra ukamata Sandra ukamata Tamangira Africa. Zintu zikaipa uzambera survive. Iso zimbembe. Sipana pita nchawi ambie wake Sandra. Anakwera kujoga kumuzi. Agogo. Pomwena fika kulusaka kuja. Anapeza kuti Sandra wachinja oneka wina. Anamwita na mbuye wake. Kapansi mwana wanga. Difunseko. Ndikuvala kotani mwafa. Tupilonse lilipanja Sandra mwana wanga. Imalaya watani mwafa. Ochitoitani adala muna mwana wanga. Cassandra ganaseka ni fashion mbuya. Latest fashion ine nigga wa choncho. Muna onse mbuya. Manigonda ine. Sandra ukamata. Sandra ukamata. Tamangira kuti komwe Africa. Zintu zikaipa uzabwera nsabwaife. Miso zimbembe. Sandra ukamata. Tamangira kuti komwe Africa. Zintu zikaipa zabwera nsabwaife. Misozi mbwembwe.
Hello and welcome to OMT. I'm your host, Rose Chisalaka.
I'm here on the OMT.
You know, I'm not here to try, man. I'm here to do it.
Aris, let me come again, sir.
And I'm number one candidate, number one.
We're representing Southern Province.
The OMT. The OMT music.
I think that on the OAR, can we? Sorry, sir. I think I'm saying many things.
I'm here to do what I was born for.
Sunoleta mpita kwatu ndipembedza. Shamonako nshatala monako.
Guy wake ati amo player.
I'm from Dola, the Copper Belt.
Another man giving her all his charm. Listen. OMT, OMT, OMT,
All right, so 29 years in the game. I'm talking about the Sakala brothers, and they've been around. That is such a long time, a heavy CV if you ask me. Welcome to the Rooftop Throwback. I'm your host and I'm yours truly, Ken One. Remember, this is a place where we keep it 100% Zambian music, and we make sure that we throw you back to the early days of Zambian music to show you the evolution of Zambian music, and also to stir up some of those memories just to get you reminiscing. We also show you the aerial view, the beautiful view of Lusaka City. My guest on today's show is no other than Moses Sakala from the duo Sakala brothers, and as the show unfolds, he shall be treating us to those acoustic versions of his songs from way back, the Sakala brothers songs from way back. But right about now, it's that time that we have to catch up with him and just find out his journey of music, because he started way back. Like I mentioned, 29 years is not a joke. So let me talk to Moses right now. Good evening, Moses, and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Ken. Good evening, Ken. Yeah.
Thank you for honoring my invitation.
No, anytime, and thank you very much for inviting me.
Yes. When I learned over 29 years, it looks like is actually a heavy CV. 29 years in the game, it means that you've seen how Zambian music has struggled to be where it is today. Let's start it from there, from the first time that you as Sakala brothers hit the studio and seemingly at a difficult time to push Zambian music.
I remember on the streets of Matero back then in the 80s. In the late 80s, I remember 1988, with my brother Levi, walking around the streets of Matero. We were very young that time. There was no digital arrangement, it was all analog. So started rehearsing. Just to cut the long story short. I remember at a place called New Londe Motel near the Matero Market bus stop there, where we met the great Michael Kumwenda, Jack Tembo, Alan Tembo from the Burning Youths. These are brothers we came across through ZNBC TV. We saw them on TV. We said, wow, they were doing Kwatu, that beautiful traditional contemporary song. We said, wow, yeah. So Levi came to tell me about the Burning Youth on TV, and then we started the journey rehearsing at New Londe Motel with the Burning Youth, talking about professional approach arrangement. So from there we go to DB Studios. DB Studios with the great Peter Msungilo, who has seen all this transition, all these great musicians from the Witch to Pongozi, and name them, PK Chala and so on. So it was analog, 8-track studio. You have to sing the song all the way through. There's nothing like you're cutting and nothing like that. You have to really rehearse hard. There was a great woman during the same time, one of the guys that we got, also from Maitenik there in Matero, where we used to practice and so on. So we started at DB Studio. That's where we recorded our first song, Kumawa, DB. But before then, these things, it's a journey. The very first place where we were discovered, talking about our history, is ZNBC, because we used to walk long distances. From Matero, we walked to ZNBC to come and take part in folk music with Chris Daka, Mark Botti, those years. So when we were on time for music later on, because we the way it was funny, because we recorded first of all at DB Studios late 80s, and because of the liquidation and the transformation and all these things that were happening in our economy that time in the late 80s, DB Studios was going through some changes. So our single, it was a 12-inch single called Kumawa. It was not released, it was shelved. So when you record at DB Studios, you have to take your music to Ndola, to T Records Company. There was a record company, the only record company. I haven't heard of a record company even up to now. You can imagine that time. So the T Records Company, you record at the studio, because there is a difference between a recording studio and a records company. So the company was in Ndola. So we record there. We had a 12-inch single. It was not released because of some challenges they were going through. They were changing stuff. So that time we were still in high school, we are still at Matero Boys Secondary School. So it was not released, but there were things in between we were doing, like coming for folk music, while our 12-inch single was still resting at waiting to be released. So we were still trekking and making all these arrangements, meeting all sorts of musicians, going to all sorts of events, pursuing our music career. So we came to ZNBC. That's where we took part. It was not easy at that time to be selected to perform on folk music, so it was by chance. They just pick you, Sometimes you go, so many trips you go, they don't pick you, go back and so on. So this good day, we were picked to sing, and we sang a song, Wamayo, in Bemba. It's a slow, steady track.
You shall be treating us to that song, an acoustic version, obviously, but very detailed information of your journey of music. And one question that I've dominantly come across when people are talking about Moses Sakala brothers, is how you guys linked up, and whether you are brothers for real, as in biological brothers, or it's just, by name or something.
Well, over the years we became closer than blood brothers. Yes, but of course we're not biological brothers. We're not blood brothers. We just met for the first time at Matero Boys Secondary School, 1986. Yeah, we met there at Matero Boys Secondary School.
And you were both singing at the time?
Yeah, sharing the same surname. We actually had 5 Sakalas. I have a twin sister, Dorothy. I'm a twin. So people thought we were twins with Levi. Okay. Sitting in the same class, because there was this alphabetical order sitting plan at Matero Boys. So we had 5 Sakalas. Levi was sitting next to me. That's how we met. So we started talking. Levi came from a background of music at Mambilima Primary School. I came from a musical background at Kizito Primary School. So when we met, we just clicked, the chemistry, So that's how we met at Matero Boys. And then by the time we're in our 9th grade at secondary school, we started talking music. We joined the singing club at school and so on, and started writing songs. I was a great break dancer, And,
yeah, I wish we could see some of those dances.
Just bring me up one of these fine days. Yeah. That was a great in Matero, there are all sorts of things. Matero is a very significant place for us because it exposed us to a lot of things. Deliberate policies by the government then, we had all these stiff competitions around, a lot of community halls that exposed us. We don't have these spaces today for the arts. People have taken over. Sometimes wrong people have taken over these community halls and all these recreation centers. These are the centers that made us. Because you go to Matero Hall, community hall, you find great guys, great young guys doing all sorts of artistic things, and you compete. It was stiff. So we were grilled like that, we were bailed like that because we were exposed. The next door, about a few meters away, there's a Nyao dancer. Yeah. There's a Siomboka somewhere, and initiation ceremony is happening. Another time there's break dancing and Africa 2000 disco. A lot of things, Matero. That's why it was called a city within a city. We need to create these recreations because they taught us how to be on stage, about public speaking and so on. And so Matero Boys was where we met with Levi, and then we started writing songs. One of the songs we wrote was Wamayo. Then there was Kumawa, which we recorded. After the story of Kumawa, when we completed our secondary school, now we were very fortunate. We had our brother Nkweto Tembwe also. We came from Matero Boys together. Then he was at Radio Mulungushi there, Radio 4. So, everything was happening. But at folk music, we were discovered by the great Timmy Mvula, who saw us when we were singing Bamayo at ZNBC. And then he just came running from the director's booth there and said, I would like to talk to you in my office, please. These things must happen. When you spot some talent, you must not wait for tomorrow. So had it not been for the great Timmy Mvula, I don't know. So he said, let's go to my office, and then he started interviewing us. We told him, by the way, we actually recorded a single already because he thought we were appearing for the first time on folk music. So after he heard Bamayo, he had just come running and said, and we said, wow. It was a a moment. Great Timmy Mvula, you see him on Time for Music and it calls you to his office. Yeah. Great time. And then he says, who are you guys? I like the way you come out, the way you sing, So interviews and things picked up from there, and we told him we have a song, Kumawa, lying in Dola at Tio Records Company. And I said, wow, can I have that song? And he actually did a video himself, Timmy Mvula, edited a video with all these beautiful clips. Kumawa was first time on ZNBC TV. Wow, there were no cell phones that time. People started driving to ZNBC. I say, you guys, when we went to ZNBC, people came driving here requesting for me to play that song again and again. And great names he mentioned who came requesting for that song. And that was the beginning of the journey.
Great. That explains obviously why your music is rich. Apart from obviously the African feel that it bears, I think the music, the content is really one of those rich contents in music. But 29 years down the line, and then Levi obviously branches away, and here you are as Moses Sakala, still carrying the brand of Sakala Brothers. Let's talk about the movement or the exit of Levi from the Sakala Brothers. You know, how does that affect the brand? You know, is it something that you foresaw coming? And how, you know, did you receive the news?
We met with friends, with Levy as friends, musically. Great things we did, great journey indeed. We came to know each other with Levy in such a way that sometimes we could gossip about a person next to us. He couldn't even get it. That's how close we are.
Yeah.
You know, it was such a long time. I wish we had stayed together for 5 years only or 10, but so almost 3 decades. So you cannot change that. He'll always be in my heart because there's nothing you can do. That's almost a lifespan, you know. So when we did all those things, when we created Makewani Music with Levy, and we traveled to almost all the continents of the world, I think everywhere, from Asia to America to Europe and everywhere, taking Makewani Music, something that we founded ourselves and created. That's the greatest thing. You cannot put a price tag there. So Levy remains so dear to me. Of course, I'm so affectionate about him. So when naturally people say nothing lasts forever. As you grow up in life, things start changing, you start meeting people. But what I did was to treat Levy as my brother, not as my best friend, because I thought that was going to be a mistake. You can find a friend and a best friend tomorrow, lose a friend, get another best friend, but a brother, you go 10 years, you'll still come back and still be with your brother or sister. So I think I got that, I believe in that myself, and it's still my brother. So moving and trying to do that, I'm so happy that what he's doing is still artistic, it's still musical, because Levy grew up from a religious background in a Pentecostal. I'm Catholic, so we are both believers in Jesus Christ and our faith. We went to his church, that's how we grew up, and he came to Catholic church. When we were touring Poland and all that Eastern Europe, we're going to worship in a Catholic church, my church. So there's no much difference, because sometimes, you know, the media or other people, lack of understanding, they will put it across differently. It's nothing to do with religion, I believe, because I'm a believer, I'm Christian, I have that faith. So when he wanted to take that role, I had to respect his decision. There was a bit of talking, of course, before that. That's why I said I am going to just go ahead with Makewani Music. It's not like we stop and we start. Makewani Music is timeless, you know. For me, music is life. You get my point? Yeah. That's why there's that heartbeat. It's a musical, boom, boom. That's how God created the heart. Beats like a music. So it's like the air that we breathe. So Levy, I believe strongly, it's just a sabbatical leave. At some point we can still do things together, but I have to respect the decision. He's pursuing his religious dream he has always wanted to do. I remember at Matero Boys he wanted to become a Catholic brother. So this has always been with him. He grew up in that. But we can still sing songs together. We still talk about it together.
So you still have a strong relationship?
Yes, of course we do. You know, when you're talking about building a fan base and friends in music, in Makewani Music for almost 3 decades, you know what it means. Yeah. So that information was not, when it was received, some people, you know, they worry. But I ask people not to worry, because everything is all right. Everything is going to be all right, because I've carried the torch of Makewani Music with the whole team. The whole studio is there. The whole outfit, the band is there, all the musicians that we have worked with so many years, we're still in touch and we're still playing Makewani Music. I've done 2 albums so far. Levy has also done some gospel albums, so no problem at all. There can be just a temporal, you know, when people, like when you have a sick person in the family, people worry. Yeah. But if you believe, you say, oh, you're going to be all right. You're going to be healed. And then, so I've got the responsibility to carry out the healing process for all those fans and friends that believe in Makiwane music.
Great. Thank you so much. There are a lot of things that we haven't talked about. I think the time has been limited. But in winding up, obviously, you are coming from a home where your wife is also a musician and doing so very well. Isn't it, I'm just imagining, isn't it just a house where if you want to put up a concert, you can even put up in the house for the children?
Yes. No, my children, I thank God for that. My firstborn, Kuala, Sakala, second born is Taonga. And the third one is Luamia. The fourth one is Tokozili. I see music in all these kids. My firstborn son plays guitar, and keyboard. So I'm sure I will be teaming up soon.
We want to see that concert. Moses, Sakala, Angela, Nyirenda, and the kids.
Well, it's coming. Very, very soon it's coming, and we thank God for this greatest gift of music. It's a great honor to be married to a wife who we share the same vision and this greatest gift of music. As you may know, life without a song, ZNBC without a song, a church service without a song, campaigns, peace awareness, health awareness without music. We cannot live. So I'm so glad to be part of this social development arrangements that we're pumping out the soul to the people. So, yes.
Thank you so much, Moses, and thank you so much, for making sure that you put Zambian music, coming from a struggling time when Zambian music was not really appreciated. You still forged ahead as Sakala brothers and went out there across the world to just make sure that the Zambian music, Makiwane music, is actually heard everywhere. So thank you so much.
Shangako vamuchita mweo unipasa maganizo inipirikisha neo ngani kawalala ehonu konshako mweo awalia koma melutako kwa mulungu kuti mukagamshe isensi chake mulungu ali mweo na neo ombe kupasani neo utitimange banja mweo na neo unaniwana ulila usiuna lelo koma melutako kwa mulungu kuti mukagonja isinsi chake mulungu ali mweo mupasani neo utitimange banja mweo na neo unaniwana ulila mwasi una lero londole mama londole dia wanga londole ikati teti na welela Sumina ubufi ubi awelelo na sumina mayo ubufi ubi when I know you kashiwandi if you can self your way uleke when I know you kashiwandi if you can self your way uleke nainelelo naishiwa mayo jite mwiko chali shupa fuma kuna kutamfisha Jikalafyo wachula chula walensekele alionse walenjipikele fenatemwa walensekele alionse walenjipikele fenatemwa bana balya munjerereko napapata munjerereko napapata munjerereko napapata munjerereko dole mama dole londole tia wanga londole ikati teti na welela tia wanga londole ikati teti na welela ilondole londole londole mama londole tia wanga londole ikati teti na welela tia wanga londole ikati teti na welela ikati teti na welela neo teti na welela ikati nganga na welela neo teti na welela ikati na welela neo ikati teti na welela ilondole ndole ndole mama ndole tia wanga ndole ikati teti na welela tia wanga ndole ikati teti na welela. Okay, but sinili comfortable pano. Sinza kwanisa boss. Nje. Oh, we're on. All right, yeah, so in the background, I was just talking about how a bit scared I am because I'm standing on top of a track. My director insisted that we change from the rooftop that we do it from, and then now I'm standing on top of the track. This is quite extreme, you know, an extreme version of the rooftop, but don't try this at home. Anyways, welcome back. That was Sakala Brothers giving us Londole, taking you back to the year 1998 when that song was released, and they were actually a duo together known as Sakala Brothers, but Levy has left the team and there's only Moses, but the brand, he insists that the brand still remains Sakala Brothers. On the other hand, Levy is doing some gospel music. He's been converted to gospel. We'll find time as well to bring him so that he can share his story of the Sakala Brothers. Thank you so much to my guest who's been Moses Sakala. Remember, beautiful sounds on acoustic version still coming your way with Moses Sakala. Let's move on. Keep buzzing on social media. Remember, it's the Rooftop Throwback. Search for that page and you can share your contribution and actually request for what video from way back you'd like to see. Right now in view, showing you the clean town view of Lusaka City. Yes, I must place emphasis on that because it's a clean town view right now. Let's move on and go to Sister D entitled Chimbabe. Enjoy.
Lile, yo, yo, yo. Hi, this is Maureen Lupo Lilanda or Auntie Mo, and this is The Rooftop.
Nakana Chimbabe, Natinayopa Chivumo, Natinayopa Chikwendo. Atate nakana Chimbabe, atate sinifuna Chimbabe, atate chakulisa Chimbabe, kati mnatia dalama, wezani nakana, sinifuna Chimbabe, kati mnatia dalama, wezani nakana, sinifuna Chimbabe, atate nakana Chimbabe, atate sinifuna Chimbabe, atate chakulisa Chimbabe, kati mnatia dalama, wezani nakana, sinifuna Chimbabe, kati mnatia dalama, wezani nakana, sinifuna Chimbabe. Atate mwe mwani yopya kukonda chuma kwanu mukuti nina bala nasikana amena maniye mastata mukuti nina bala nasikana amena maniye mastata atate nakana Chimbabe atate sinifuna Chimbabe atate chakulisa Chimbabe kati mnajendala ndalama pwezani nakana sinifuna chimbabe ngati mnadya ndalama pwezani nakana sinifuna chimbabe. Atate nakana chimbabe, atate chakulisa chimbabe, atate sinifuna chimbabe, ngati mnadya ndalama pwezani nakana sinifuna chimbabe, ngati mnadya ndalama pwezani nakana sinifuna chimbabe, nati nakana chimbabe, nati nayopa chivumo, nati nayopa chikwendo, nati chakulisa chimbabe. Nigati chuma chamele mkonda imwatate nikwatirisa ine kuchikondo. Nigati chuma chamele mkonda inatate nikwatirisa ine kumbabe. Nigati chuma chamele mkonda imwatate nireterera ine kuchikondo. Nigati chuma chamele mkonda imwatate nikwatirisa ine kumbabe. Nikwatirisa ine kuchikondo, nikwatirisa ine kumbabe. Nigati nikwatirisa ine kuchikondo, nikwatirisa ine kumbabe. Nakana chimbabe, nati nayopa chivumo, nati chakulisa chimbabe.
Tata wandine kabumba wandi Yehova natotela pakunkusha inevo ne mwana wenu dadi natotela mayo wandine kabumba wandi Maria natotela pakunkusha inevo ne mwana wenu mami natotela tata wandine kabumba wandi Yehova natotela pakunkusha inevo ne mwana wenu dadi natotela mayo wandine kabumba wandi Maria natotela pakunkusha inevo ne mwana wenu mami natotela. Namuma pepo yandi neka ine dampepelela kalamu pepelela mwenfumu yandi pano chalo bambichira bipa bafyashi baria bambi barakana bambi filapwa bakanyana bana bambi filapwa bakanyana bana.
Hello and welcome to OMT. I'm your host, Rose Chisalaka.
I'm here on the OMT.
You know, I'm not here to try, man. I'm here to do it.
Let me come again, sorry.
And I'm number one candidate, number one.
We representing Southern Province.
The OMT. The OMT music.
I think, but on the OAR, can we? Sorry, sir. I think I'm saying many things.
I'm here to do what I was born for.
Sunoleta mpita kwatu ndipembedza shamonako nshatela monako gayi wake ati amo player.
I'm from Dola, the Copper Belt.
Another man giving her all his charm. Listen, listen. OMT, 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 OMT,
No wonder wa guy wa makufuna so nesini wa blame. Look at yourself. The beauty va pakisa vitika flow. Okay va mamiba koba na bala. Kuwama monga uchitira dala. What's really hood in the good? It's your boy Dezzo, but y'all can call me King Dezzo.
and you're watching The Rooftop with Ken One, so you better recognize One Holla XYZ.
Zambian music at its best, and that is why Rooftop Last Bagamba. Sister D Chimbabe. One thing I like about Sister D is that she really, conveys a message that, is of benefit to everyone else. At an early stage, she spoke out against, defilement when it was not actually so much pronounced in that song entitled Vitendeni. It was a bit condemned because maybe the language was strong, but sometimes you need that, to deter certain things from happening. Big up to you, Sister D. Let's move on. It's been an exciting episode. Thank you so much. I must mention again that today's episode has been a bit on the extreme. I was made to stand on top of this track, and the rooftop version today has been scary. Others would call it the top roof, whatever you may call it. Just remember that Rooftop Last Bagamba. Thank you so much to the production team. Rex Hams, thank you for your hands on the show. Munyemesha, M2 if you like. I salute you. I'm yours truly, Ken One, and we'll leave you with an acoustic performance coming through from my guest on today's show, and I'm talking about Moses Sakala. Enjoy, and I'm out of here. And remember, Rooftop Last Bagamba.
Mamayo mandi oli wachikuku Mamayo kuku oh Mamayo gana tinjibu kishemayo Fyoma sungila Mamayo kuku kuti Natasha shani Bantu fingi sana mayo Fyoma chitila Mama yoko Mama yoko Mama yobandi Oli wasuma Mama yoime Mama yoko Mama yobandi Oli wasuma Mama, abantu moneni if you're bana mayo wale chula bana mayo oh. Evale sunga chala, evale sunga bana, bana mayo, oh oh oh, de tasha sana, ukwamula imayo, banshaba komayo, over mayo, oli basuma. Na location if you feel say kwete mayo ime mayo oh 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 de tasha sana ukwabula ime mayo ganshaba kumayo oh 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 Mayo Moli wachikuku Leza amipale Oba mayo Moli wasuma Yelelo mama Yeah, little mama. Yeah, little mama. Yeah, little mama. Yeah.
Nubanti sunge pancha. Bana bani nawe